I'm Karen Varga with CEAg World Greenhouse Produce, an innovative brand that engages with the rapidly expanding global greenhouse produce industry through a variety of platforms. Our mission is to educate and connect greenhouse produce growers and industry allies to help them better understand and sustainably advance the global food industry. On this episode of CEAg Talks, I'll be speaking with Ryan Lefers, who is the CEO and co-founder of iyris. And iyris is a company dedicated to pioneering innovative solutions that address global food security challenges while minimizing environmental impact. Ryan is also a member of the CEAg World Advisory Board. Ryan, welcome to CEAg Talks.
Thanks for having me.
What other kinds of challenges are you looking to solve in the CEA industry, or maybe where do you see a need for additional research or improvement?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. So these aren't necessarily things that we're working on ourselves, but these are some things that I see other companies, and including some other startups that are working on, that I do think that there's a lot of promise. So one of the things that I like a lot is the imaging and some of the image recognition software. This goes around crop disease detection, pest detection, yield prediction, nutrient deficiency detection. I think the field of imaging is really interesting. And I think with the advances in artificial intelligence, I think it's a technology that I'm excited about. I think it has a lot of promise for CEA. Another one is just sort of these micro drones. So you could think about that related to imaging. You could also think about that related to pollination. I just think there's so many interesting applications for micro drones and CEA. Stimulants and biostimulants. So we've seen a lot of activity in the open field world related to, let's say, microbial additives that can strengthen your soil and increase yields. I think there's a big opportunity for that in CEA as well. And then the last one, which we are, of course, involved in, is genetics. And I just see a lot of, historically, as we think about open field agriculture, we've done a lot of breeding to support crops in a certain environment. And usually those were temperate climates. And as we think about genetics and adapting both to more extreme open field conditions, I think there's also a big opportunity to actually match genetics with some of the controlled environments that we're growing in. Anyway, those are the areas that I think are really cool and that I'm watching. But of course, we're really excited about what we're doing with the filters, for Second Sky, as well as our own genetic side.
Out of curiosity, what sorts of challenges do you see that breeding could overcome for, crops that are going to be grown in protected environments?
I mean, I think it could be a number of things. So I'm watching some of the work that's going on related to photosynthetic efficiency, or essentially being able to have less light and still have a great crop. A lot of that is driven by, of course, vertical farming and artificial lighting. But I think that's going to have interesting applications that's going to roll out across the industry as we start to see some of that work pay off. I think as well, as we think about controlled environment agriculture in some of the colder climates, a lot of the energy use is into things like heating during the winter. And so doing some crop adaptation for actually if I just breed the crop to be more tolerant to a slightly lower temperature, that can actually result in significant energy savings through the winter, for example. And then there's things like what we're doing related to breeding for heat and salt tolerance, which allows you to, maybe keep your greenhouse set point at a slightly higher temperature or grow longer into the season if you're growing, from spring into summer, for example. Or take advantage of a less quality water resource for that irrigation. Anyway, I think there's a lot of different opportunities depending on, again, what you're trying to grow, where you're trying to grow it. But I think that all of this work, it's focused on a specific application, but then it's going to find its home in other applications as well, including the open field.
Yeah, it's fascinating stuff. It's really an exciting time to be in the CEA industry.
Yeah, it really is. There really is a lot going on.
Well, Ryan, thanks for spending part of your day with us, and we look forward to hearing more about what iyris and your team is working on.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for having me, and look forward to next time.